Okay, so we're here with Duane Mann at the end of day one of the National Secondary Schools tournament here at Bruce Pullman Park. And Duane, they say you can't win a tournament on day one, but you sure can lose it. And we've had a fair few upsets here today.
Yeah, and that's what makes the tournament exciting. But yeah, a few schools probably going back to their accommodation and having a debrief after the game, just feeling, hey, look, they probably let a few things slip. They do have a chance. The top two from each pool will progress through. But yeah, disappointing performances today from Avondale College and probably Otahu College in particular.
Right, Otahu coming into this tournament as defending champions. They hadn't shown a lot of form through the Auckland competition. They were pretty hopeful that they were going to pick up some fresh blood from their first 15 and that was going to carry them into this tournament, but not the case on day one.
No, the two players probably they needed to step up and they tried hard. One was Alfred Smalley and the other Joseph Furness, so two rugby league players,
from the Warriors
20s, and they tried hard today, but unlucky with probably a few refereeing decisions, feeling they didn't get the rub of the green there. But they didn't make enough of their own luck, and Manukura were very good, just kept taking the game to them. A couple of young front rowers there that just kept turning up. Awatiri Kiwis at fullback was very good, and a good half partner there from Jalen Governor, who they really just sort of showed that you keep the ball alive, keep trying to push up and support, that things can happen.
Sure. I guess the other school, when we talk about favoured teams coming into this tournament, Wesley College went down to Southern Cross, and Wesley had made the final of the Auckland competition. It was their first year in there. They'd shown some form in the last couple of years in the development grade here, but Southern Cross College, obviously a real South Auckland rivalry there.
Yeah, they're the two brothers playing for Southern Cross, Kakoi and Siavi Togiu. So Siavi probably more the prolific try scorer, out and out pace. He crossed a couple of times today, but his younger brother Kakoi was certainly very good today, playing on the outside flanks. So Southern Cross, they will be one to watch, especially when we look on to Tuesday and Wednesday.
And the other upset, in some people's eyes, I guess, Avondale College going down to Tamaki College. Avondale had performed very well in the Auckland competition, but Tamaki came into this tournament last year and defeated Kelson Boys, who were the defending champions at the time. They were the giant killers. They could be the giant killers again by the looks of things.
Yeah, they could be. Tamaki, fullback there, Lepatoa, Troy Polopaki, normally plays front row, was playing like a ball playing lock forward today, but the one who stood out for them was Tyler Rameka, their half. So really good energy from Tamaki, and probably, Avondale College guilty of too many turnovers, too many mistakes, and just really not having that cohesion between backs and forwards, or their left and their right side. So a little bit out of sorts. So a lot of pressure on Avondale and Otahu College going into tomorrow's games.
So if we look at those three upsets, teams that came out on top, Manukura, Tamaki and Southern Cross, any of them appeal as contenders now for the title?
Yeah, I think they all do, and genuine contenders too. Of course, Kelston and St Paul's will be genuine contenders and hard to beat. But those three schools, if they can keep healthy, and I guess what they did today is in tough conditions with the wind blowing, they managed to keep the error rate down and push up and support each other.
Now, talked about Kelston and St Paul's. They're two really big time teams at this tournament most years. Kelston were very comfortable winners over Papatai today, but St Paul's they were another one that they were a little fortunate to get out alive, beating Aorere College 18-14, and Aorere were finishing pretty strong in that game.
Yeah, I think with St Paul's, their half stood up today, and they've got some new halves there. Sione Moala normally plays in the under-15 nine-a-side competition in the Auckland Rugby League school comp, and he was partnered by Jalen Murray. So they were very good. So new halves partners there. Christian Tuipoloto, a young 16-year-old centre back rower, he was very good as well. So combinations starting to form as you would expect from St Paul's, and likewise with Kelston Boys High School, very good as well. We spoke about Utah Hawker being their inspirational leader, and again good support from the hooker there, Johnny Palalua Maliolo. So good performances from Kelston and St Paul's, and you'd just expect them to get stronger.
Interesting time for St Paul's to be trying to form a new halves combination at the start of the national tournament.
Yeah, the AJ Murray is a young half who came over back from the Gold Coast this year to settle down with St Paul's. So plays hooker sort of half, but Dylan DeVita they missed today, so didn't play with St Paul's today. So yeah, a couple of things there that St Paul's are up against, but you know, again with the tradition of the school and the good coaching that St Paul's have, that's helped them well for today.
Okay. The other game that you had a look at today was Aranui versus Tokoroa, and traditionally two schools from outside of Auckland that perform very strongly at this tournament.
Yeah, they do. Tokoroa were very good. Young Neil Tai, actually, you know, quite tall, rangy standoff, so he was very good. Carried the ball, ran, you know, so wasn't afraid to get tackled. He was very good. And again, Tokoroa, you know, keeping the error rate down. I don't know, he tried hard. The big prop forward there, he was came off the bench, Falalupe, Joppy Nulaval, normally a fullback winger, but playing at half today. He caused asked a lot of questions of the Tokoroa defence. So Tokoroa defence really scrambled well. Young Zeke Isaiah Cooper, he was very good coming off the bench and made a bit of an impact for them.
Well, Duane, you've thrown a lot of names at us today, so I'm not going to ask you for any more. You've really done your homework for us. Let's look instead until tomorrow, where I guess there's a few games looming. It's quite key now that we've had some first round winners, and some of those first round winners will meet up tomorrow. So I guess there can be only one after tomorrow. We look first of all, I guess, Kelston versus Manurewa. Manurewa were very good winners over Mount Albert Grammar today. Yeah,
tough game, Manurewa today. You know, the Mount Albert team, a couple of good size there in the forwards there for Mount Albert. So Manurewa forward stood up. Kinesi with Manurewa, he was very good. A day of the halves, I think today. The halves made their impact across the day one, and we spoke about Zay Wallace with Westlake High, but Keanu Marshall and Daly Dutton for Manurewa High were very good today. So steering their teams around in tricky conditions, being able to win the territorial battle. So Manurewa tomorrow, if they can take that same approach, they'd be very dangerous tomorrow.
We're sitting here this morning watching the team photos being taken, and there were some full-on beards in that Manurewa team. Yeah. You and I would have been proud of some of that.
Yeah. Well, you at the moment, you'd be keen for some hair. Yeah, when we were 16, 17, 18, we'd be wishing we'd have the hair growth of some of the Manurewa boys. So yeah, when they rocked up and I was looking across too, I thought, crikey, you know, check the date of birth.
Tomorrow also St Paul's Otahu. Now coming into the tournament, that was a rematch of last year's finals. Obviously today's result kind of takes a little bit of the gloss away from that, but I guess there'll still be some interest in it.
There will be. So, you know, the teams have changed from last year, but what doesn't change is, you know, we spoke about the school pride and what it means to represent your school. So, come kick-off time tomorrow, both teams will be up for it. Otahu know that they, you know, to give themselves a chance of progressing through to finals day, they need to get a win tomorrow. And St Paul's, you know, this is not a time for experimentation for them. They know exactly the intensity that Otahu should bring to this game. So yeah, that'll be a cracker tomorrow. And the third game, I guess I've circled, is Tamaki Westlake. We talked about Tamaki overcoming Avondale. Westlake were also very good winners today. Yeah, it was with Westlake today in St Thomas. That was a real good game. Talking to the other staff and selectors out here today, that was probably the pick of the game for a lot of people, Westlake and St Thomas. So good quality game. Talk about structure of the game and good skill set of the game. So yeah, the Westlake tomorrow against Tamaki, apart from the St Paul's Otahu game, you're right on the money. That will be a game to watch. Okay, well, 24 hours time we'll be back here talking to Duane Mann about what he's seen from the National Secondary Schools tournament. Until then, thanks for joining us. If you want to follow the tournament, don't forget to download that app. Thank you.